Welcome to today's video. We are on page number 106 of the Keyboard Musicianship Book 1. Today we're talking about Mixtures by Tony Caramia. So this is actually a very interesting piece. It kind of centers around some atonal qualities, which means it does not necessarily have a tonal center. It kind of moves about, experimenting with the harmonies. It says here that you should practice the left-hand fifths alone, and I would recommend that you play them in blocks like this, just so you recognize what the fifths are. If you would like to write the chord symbol above these areas to give you an understanding of what they are, that's a really good idea. And that helps us prepare to read charts a little better. Here's an example of the way the chord symbols could be written above these little sections here. However, don't use this as a way to read the notes instead of actually reading the individual notes. You should have a pretty good understanding of the fifth interval and be able to read the notes quite well. This is just a way to assist you to understand them better. So you can either write the capital E and the capital D. Now, for the left hand, notice that it's only a fifth. The correct chord symbol for just a fifth would be E5 to indicate a power chord, or to just play the tonic and the dominant notes of the scale degrees. For this one here, you could write D5, or you can put +5, I suppose, over here on this half beat. But it is perfectly, or actually not +5, but +3, I suppose. But usually we will just keep it at D since it does have the third. Okay, so let's go ahead and read through these blocks of notes. We're going to start with the left-hand fifths alone, and we're going to identify them. So we have fifth, which is E5, 3, 4, F5, 1, 3, 4, G5, G flat 5, F, 2, 3, 4, back to E, 3, 4, E again, 2, 3, 4, E flat with a B flat, B5, E flat 5, F, and then just E natural. And I'm just saying the names of the power chords, but you can say the individual notes themselves if you want. Like, for example, the beginning, you would say E and B, F and C, G and D, G flat, D flat, F and C, and etc. So be comfortable playing those as blocks, then be able to play them by themselves as written. E, B, 2, 3, 4, because the eighth note, the and of 1, is tied to a dotted half note, and it is to be held for the remainder of the beat. F, C, 2, 3, 4, G, D, 2, G flat, D flat, F, C, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that everything is non-legato. After the ties, you will be adding some pedal here, but let's work on just non-legato for now. Okay? Then after that second system, the first measure was F, C, 2, 3, 4, E, B, 2, 3, 4, E, B, 2, 3, 4. Notice that the dynamic is very, very, very soft. We've never seen 3 Ps before. Pianissimo is the way we say that. And so one way to achieve that is to really play lightly, maybe even using your una quarta pedal if you have one. The next system, E flat, D flat, E flat, B flat, F, C, and then back to E, B, 2, 3, 4, release. Next, we're going to fill in or block the chords in the right hand. It says here, identify the chords. We have D, or we can play them as blocks first. E minor there. F sharp minor, this is a new chord for us. F minor, this is also a new chord for us. E major, D major, E flat, F minor again, E flat, D flat, and then notice that the hands do cross, left hand comes over, plays C sharp power chord 5, and then the right hand, just a little below that G sharp, plays a G5 interval right there, power chord. Okay, yeah, this would be maybe a really good idea to write the chord symbols above these chords just so that you are reminded about them. But don't forget to read the individual notes too. Once we have read the chords and understand what they are, let's go ahead and play them as written. Starting with the right hand only. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. 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 And notice how I did the hand crossing there. Now, I did mention it is to be played non-legato. However, that may become blurred once we start using the pedal. But for now, use a very tight non-legato. Once we have practiced both hands separately, let's go ahead and put them together. Now, this is going to sound a little strange when putting these notes together. It may sound off or not right, but that was the intention of the composer. We're simply working with harmonies here. Here we go. Starting with the piano dynamic. Only with the hands, no pedals yet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't that sound very mysterious? Once we're comfortable putting both hands together, playing these eighth notes with the tied left hand in tempo, let's go ahead and add some pedal. Don't forget your dynamic contrasts, okay? That is very essential to the performance of this piece to achieve the effect that we want. Here we go, with pedal, and it is to be legato pedaling. At the beginning of each measure, we immediately release the pedal and come right back down so as not to mix these very unusual harmonies. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice how I did play very slowly. Try your best to play those power chords there together so as not to make them sound broken. Okay, so that's Mixtures by Tony Caramia. Please practice every day, and we'll see you at next lesson.